Hello, my name is Delilah, and this is my closet. Hello everybody, it's Delilah and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a major closet declutter and a complete reorganization. This has been weighing so much on my mind, I can't stop thinking about it, so it's about time that I start tackling it. But I know this is going to be a long project, so this video is going to be filmed over multiple days, maybe even multiple weeks. So this is our closet. At first glance, it doesn't look that bad. I have tried to do organization in the past, but my ideas just haven't been working. As our life changes, we collect more things and more computer equipment and clothes. I just feel like it's about time that we need to go through everything in this closet and declutter and get rid of a bunch of stuff. Part of that is simply because there is a lot of stuff in here that we haven't touched in at least a year. And the second reason is because we are expecting baby number 2 very soon. And because we have a small house, we will be putting a baby in our bedroom for probably quite a while. So we need to make room for that baby in our bedroom. Out of the 2 bedrooms upstairs, this is the only closet. All of Eloise's clothes are actually in a dresser in her room, but we're gonna have to make room for baby number 2's clothes in our closet so that I can have quick, easy access to it. This is also a catch-all for everything. So our camera equipment, our bedding, our filing cabinet, just a bunch of random stuff that probably doesn't need to be in here or could be put in a better place. Whew. So I'm going to take you along through this cleaning process. Hopefully you can get a little bit of motivation and inspiration from this video. My goal for 2019 is to completely declutter our house, to minimalize, to shop more intentionally so that I don't have to be decluttering constantly, and so that I don't bring so much into my home that I'm constantly trying to clear out. I've also been watching Tidying Up with Marie Kondo, and it has really inspired me to just get in here and get stuff done. I'm not going to be following her method completely to a T, but I am going to be taking some of her concepts and ideas and applying it to this closet. So the first thing we're going to tackle is the clothing. I'm not going to touch Zach's side of the closet very much. I'm going to let him do that, but I might as well tackle my clothing. I've been wanting to do this for so long, so I'm actually really excited to get started. So here we go.
Will you take part in my life, my love? That is my dream. I declutter is what you make.
There is a lot more here than I ever thought I had. This is actually really shocking to see. Did not realize I had this many clothes. And I definitely don't need this many.
Always try to give, don't ever take it. I declutter.
So my method for organizing and going through my clothes was to pick up each item, ask myself if it brought me joy or if I've worn it in the last 6 months. If the answer was no to either of those questions, I decided to get rid of it or to try and sell it. I tried to be really hard on myself because I so often go through my closet and end up just keeping items that I really like the look of, but never end up wearing just because, being a mother, I can't wear certain pieces. It was a little bit tricky because there are some items that I can't wear right now because I'm pregnant, obviously, but I will wear postpartum.
Life has its song, life has its music, life has its songs of love.
These are the pajamas that I think I'm going to keep. That's all the leftover hangers that are from these discarded clothes that I'm going to maybe try and sell some of them, get rid of the rest. And this is the pile of clothes I'm going to keep. This is both maternity and non-maternity. So there's some here that I can't wear right now, but I will in a few months. So my method for putting everything back was I obviously put the postpartum items in the back of my closet because I won't need them for the next 3-ish months. And I try to organize everything according to pants, sweaters, and t-shirts so that I know where to look when I need something. Lastly, I started folding all of our loungewear. We've never hung up our loungewear. It always just goes in a drawer in our closet. But after I folded everything up, I realized that we don't have nearly as much as we used to, and it doesn't take up nearly as much space. So I put it into a basket instead so that we could free up some room for baby number 2. The next thing I started to tackle was the middle section of our closet, which was really daunting for me because these baskets were just overflowing with junk. So I ended up throwing a whole lot of stuff away because we just had extras of it, or it really was just junk and we did not need to keep it. So I really just tried to reorganize everything to make it a whole lot neater and a lot more pleasing to look at. This electronics bin was especially bad. We just have so many little electronics with little charging cords that who knows what each of these cords are for, honestly, but I just tried to make them look a whole lot neater by wrapping an elastic band around them to keep them all in place. I decided to get our bedding out of our closet because I really needed to free up some extra space in there. I had to move my makeup into my closet because we're removing my makeup desk from my bedroom to replace it with a rocking chair, so I just needed a little bit of extra space in the closet. So the bedding is probably going to go underneath our bed in the future once we get a bed frame. Today I'm going to tackle all of this. Wish me luck. This was the section I was looking forward to the least. This is the part of our closet where we just never look at. We stuff all these things up here and then try to forget about it. And honestly, I probably haven't looked at most of these things in the last 2.5 years. So I pulled everything out, I turned a podcast on, and just got to work. I actually really liked the way I had categorized everything in the bins, but these bins have just accumulated so much junk over the past couple of years. And I ended up throwing away like at least a garbage bag full, if not more, of just junk that was useless to us. All the things on the top of our closet are things that it's nice to have easy access to, but we don't really reach for it that often. So having these bins cleaned out and reorganized, it just makes it a whole lot less daunting to go and reach for something when we actually need it.
I like everything about you.
Three days later.
This was originally going to go here, but clearly it's too big. So I think we're just going to put it here. And I think that'll work just fine. As I was going through my makeup and accessories and everything, there were just some things that didn't really fit and that would be really nice to hang. So this is a solution that I came up with. The last step to cleaning out the closet was to go through the stuff on the bottom, which is kind of just where all the junk accumulates. We honestly haven't touched this either in the past 2.5 years, and just there's a lot of stuff stuffed into those corners. So it was really nice to just go through it and take everything out, look at what we had, get rid of what we didn't, and rearrange everything that we did. I think I've officially organized my closet. I purged so many things from this closet. I have made room for so many new things in this closet, and I've been using it in the past few weeks. Like, I've kind of been filming this video over the last few weeks. Just trying to test everything out, see how practical it is, and I can tell you it is very user-friendly, very practical, and it totally fits our needs. I don't know if it looks that much different from before, but here are a few before and after shots. I'm going to take you through a little tour through my closet just to show you exactly what I've done and how it works for us. So the first thing, and I feel like it's the most important part of this closet, is this middle section. This has been changed the most. This is the part where I feel like it needed the most updating to change things around to make room for baby number 2. I've been able to fit all of my makeup into here and make room for extra baby stuff as well. Up here we have the extra toiletries, things like my contacts and extra deodorants, just things that I will need but don't use every day. In this bin over here I have travel essentials, so like my travel products, my travel bags, things that we will use every single time we stay overnight somewhere. This bin is probably the most important one of all. This carries all of my everyday makeup products and hair products. So I've got things like lotion. This bag right here carries everything I use for makeup on an everyday basis. I've got things like my brush, my makeup wipes, dry shampoo. All the important stuff is in there, so it's really easy. I can just take it out, sit on the floor, and do my makeup in front of the mirror, and it just makes it really convenient. This middle spot right here is probably going to get a little bit of updating in the future, but it works for now. It carries all my hair things, so things like bobby pins, scrunchies, hair ties, and then in here is the perfect spot for me to store some of my essential oils. I think these two are blends for headaches, and then this is a roll-on bottle for tummy issues, so that's really easy and handy to have. This last bin over here carries my almost everyday essentials. I've got things like my nail polishes, which is one thing I have purged so much of. I used to have a big shoebox full of them, and now I just have a little pouch full. Because honestly I paint my nails like 2 or 3 times a year, so it's not necessary for me to have a whole bunch of nail polish. Masks, false eyelashes, makeup remover that I don't use every day, hairspray, extra makeup brushes, and extra makeup. Just the kind of things that I don't reach for every single day, but I will reach for often. Oh, hello. Moving down to the drawer section, this is Zach's. It's his underwear and socks drawer. This one is mine. This is filled with my underwear and socks and bras and stuff. I'm not going to show you guys that because that's not really necessary for you to see. But it does look a whole lot nicer and neater in there than it used to. And then down here, I've just got the baby items. There's a lot more room in this drawer for lots more baby clothes. So I'm thinking all of baby's clothes are going to fit nicely into this drawer, especially when baby is little, because those little clothes don't take up a whole lot of space. Winston has joined us for this video. The last little section is this section in the bottom of our closet. All these bins, by the way, are from the Dollarama, and all the baskets, I believe, are from the thrift store. So in this one, we have my summer clothes, all my shorts, all my tank tops, and then this one carries like my leggings and my undershirts. There are some items in here, like some leggings, that just don't fit me right now because I'm pregnant. But I have my maternity leggings here, and then like some nursing tanks and stuff as well. This bin carries all of Zach's shorts. His tank tops are actually hanging in the closet, but his shorts are down here. And then in this one, this is where I've moved all of our pajamas and loungewear. All of this used to be in this drawer, which is now the baby drawer. And after I purged everything, I realized we did not need that much space. So I have fit all of our loungewear, both mine and Zach's, into this bin. All right. This is kind of hard for me to show you, and this is a terrible angle, so we're just gonna go with it. That bin way up there, it's got like camera bags, extra bags that we really hardly ever use, so it's kind of in a hard to reach spot. And then that bin right there is our swimsuits. We don't reach for those very often either, especially in winter, so it's kind of tucked in the back. And then it goes into the bins that are more easy to access. So this basket carries accessories that I use for photos, so lots of like fake plants and stuff. This is Eloise's crafting bin. This is my crafting bin, just lots of random essentials that I use often. I'll move you to the other side of the closet. So up here we have stationery like envelopes and coloring things and markers, stuff like that, more adult stuff. Here we've got candles and wax for our Scentsies. And then up here in this one, we've got miscellaneous electronics. So like random chargers, the GoPro, stuff like that. Things we just don't ever reach for. Way in the back here. This is really hard to see because it's really tucked back there. Those are extra hangers. It's just nice to have so that when these hangers do end up breaking, we can replace them. This bin right here holds super random things like my, what's it called? I have a brace because I have carpal tunnel in this wrist. So that is in there. I don't ever wear it unless my carpal tunnel picks up again. And then up here is a coin collection because my grandpa gives us coins often, so then we just have a place to put them. Now over on Zach's side of the closet, this is clearly where we have our mirror. It's hung on the door, which is literally the only place in this entire house that we can have a full-length mirror, and it works well. I haven't gone through Zach's clothes. I'm gonna let him do that himself. He probably doesn't have that many clothes to get rid of though, because I do often get him to go through his clothes because he seems to just like collect a bunch of clothes somehow. I don't know how. Anyways, he doesn't have that many at the moment. Tucked at the very, very back is a dress shirt. He doesn't wear them very often, and his ties are back there too. Pretty much only worn on weddings. Below that, in this free space down here, we have a filing cabinet. That's obviously where we store important papers and documents that we can't lose. So it actually is pretty organized in that filing cabinet. And then on top of that filing cabinet, we just have our board games and card games. We don't really have a place to put it, and that's just the easiest to access free space for now. Then on the floor next to the filing cabinet, there's a little bit of space. We just have some extra camera equipment, like drone stuff mostly. It's kind of Zach's camera equipment area. So that is his side of the closet. Moving on to my side, this has changed quite a bit actually. These are all of the clothes now that I own, pretty much. This is my wardrobe at the moment. I'm gonna be doing a maternity capsule wardrobe video very soon, so stay tuned for that as well. In the very back of my closet is clothes that don't fit me right now, clothes that I didn't want to get rid of, but I can't wear at the moment. So that is like my postpartum clothing section. My side of the closet has 2 rails, which I've always used in the past, but I've decided just to move everything up onto the top rail because there's no reason for me to be using both rails because I just don't need that much space. So that frees up a lot of floor space on the bottom here. And so it's pretty much just where all the extra junk goes. It's kind of like our junk area. So I've cleared everything out of there. The only thing that is on the floor down there is our bassinet, which is soon going to be out of the closet and in our bedroom with a little newborn snuggled in it, and my pillow, because right now I'm using a pregnancy pillow, so I just have stored my regular pillow down there for now, as well as my slippers. So as I was going through all of my stuff, I kind of realized that I had a few things that would be really nice to put on hangers, but I didn't have a spot for a hanger. So I came up with a solution. Tucked away behind all my clothes is a hanger, and it's so handy. It's really nice because obviously you don't see it unless you're moving all the clothes over, and now I can just hang my belts. Oh, I need to hang my jewelry on here. I'm gonna hang my jewelry on here yet. And then I have my headscarves as well, and it's just super handy, out of the way, but still super easy to access. And this hanger, by the way, is from IKEA. And that is our closet. That's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you a little bit of inspiration for what to do with your closets, especially if you live in a tiny house as well and don't have one of those big, gigantic, gorgeous walk-in closets that so many people these days seem to have. I feel you. I don't have that luxury, and I'm okay with that. I enjoy having a small house and a small closet because I just don't need that many things. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if you would like to see a certain area of my house decluttered or a tour in a certain area of my house. I could definitely do that for you. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.
If I could take you up and boom, 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 boom.